Hello everyone, how are we doing? Hello. Oh, I think we can do a little better than that. It's basically a Friday right now. How are we doing? Okay, that's what I want to hear. It's such an honor to join you for your weekly protest. You all look beautiful, and it's just such a great positive vibe out here. It's a great change to the campaign trail for the last year and change. So thank you for just the beautiful energy and the spirit that you bring to these spaces. My name is Tahanie Aboushi. I'm a civil rights lawyer. And for over a decade, my job has been to identify abusive policies and practices and change them. And we've done that. We've done that when we're holding the police accountable, when we're holding our city agencies for discriminating against people of color, when we're fighting back on the status quo that says we have to have our head down and our backs broken so other people can rise up and make political gains. You know, I jumped into this race because thousands of families here in this city have my story. And that's when I was a kid, my father was sentenced to 22 years in prison. And my mom was essentially a single parent of 10 children. I don't know about you, but there are days I can barely deal with myself. I don't know how people with children handle all of that because it's a lot of work. And here we are at a time where the justice system has become a concierge system, where special treatment and badges and bank accounts get let off scot-free, while the rest of us struggle under the abuses of their system. And so what I'm going to do as Manhattan District Attorney is actually hold the police accountable. Stop allowing them to assault and arrest our Black, trans women, brothers and sisters. Stop allowing them to target communities of color to fill their quotas at the end of the month. Stop preying on our young people through their gang and DNA databases that just criminalize our youth for being just that, children. We also have to do more to hold the powerful and privileged accountable. White-collar crimes are not victimless crimes. And so those who live on Wall Street and those who live in a bubble, we're gonna pop that bubble and they're gonna be held accountable as well, also bringing resources back into our communities. You see, as District Attorney of Manhattan, it's not gonna be an automation of injustice. We're gonna start thinking about how do we prevent crime, bring resources into our communities, but also go a step further and decriminalize crimes of social inequities like poverty, substance use disorder, mental illness, homelessness. This is the moment where we give a helping hand and not point a finger. And that means, thank you, no, that's the bread and butter of the system. Look around you. These struggles are being criminalized and make up the bread and butter of the system. So we're going to decriminalize those charges. We're going to decriminalize sex work. Wholesale decriminalization of sex work. We're not talking about tweaking it. Yeah, we're going to fight to disband the NYPD Vice Unit that has served to just prey on sex workers, that has allowed police officers to sexually assault and abuse workers and then go on like business as usual while they've left the trail of victims broken, shattered to pick up some piece and make a new normal. We don't have to deal with that anymore. This is the office that can get all of that together. It's one of the most important offices because it's one person with this kind of discretion. So you're not going to need a majority to make change. You're going to need a memo. Who are we going to trust to be writing the story of our futures? Who are we going to trust that is making decisions on behalf of our communities for generations to come? It has to be one of us. Yes. We've had 4 district attorneys in the last 80 years. Every single Manhattan district attorney has been a white male.
Gotta go!
That ain't right.
No.
This is our opportunity to ensure that we're actually balancing the scales of justice, that we're focused on public safety that's not conditioned upon the criminalization of communities of color, of our LGBTQIA communities. We don't have to do that. We all can be safe. The system can be fair, and we can have accountability that promotes public safety and stability. And so elections are coming up. I am neck and neck with the Wall Street-backed billionaire, and she can bring it on because the polls have us outworking that money. She might have the money, but we have the message, and we've got the movement behind us.
Yeah.
So this is an all-hands-on-deck situation. Look around. You have to make sure that you know where you're voting, that you have a voting plan. June 12th is when early voting starts. June 22nd is election day. This will be the most consequential election cycle of your lives and the lives of your children. So when you look at the most historic moments in our country where we pushed through and we got to progressive points, and you want to know what were the people doing when that happened, this is that moment for us. So where are you going to be on election day? And what side of history do you want to be on? I want to be on the side of the people, and I want you to join me there so we can overhaul this system and ensure safety, rehabilitation, and accountability for everyone. Thank you so much for having me here.
Please show some love for our siblings.